What the I can't believe this. I know you lied. I guarantee you won't see this coming. Welcome to You Can't Make This Shit Up with DaGuru and Double D.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, run a little bit. Come on. What's going on? Happy Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning. What the hell? Wednesday evening. How are you guys? Everybody on YouTube and my personal page. Maybe somebody will come on through and say what's up. So this is another episode of You Cannot Make This Shit Up with me and Double D over there. Over there. And so we come through every single Wednesday. We want to give you guys those zany stories you probably don't read about or hear about on the internet. And so we want to give you those stories with our spin. All right. So I have the DaGuru&Doubledeemuva. If you guys don't follow her, man, if y'all not on TikTok and you don't follow her, you're sleeping under a rock. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but y'all need to go ahead and follow her, DaGuru&Doubledeemuva, MUVA, on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and all that jazz. Also, you can follow this podcast on podpage.com. If you're on YouTube right now, at the lower right-hand corner, you'll see, visit the website at podpage.com. Please go over to podpage.com and you can get the webpage, you get the show, the website, episodes, all of that right from a pod page. It's pretty cool. And we're now broadcasting, and we are on all audio platforms as of today: iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, you name it, that's where we at. All right. So we're going to jump right into it because we have a plethora of stories to give you guys this week. And so we're going to jump right into it. Miss Double D, what's the first one?
Well, hello, everybody. First off, it's been a good week this week, but I'm ready to get it over with this hump day. I can tell you that. I'm ready for the weekend, that's for sure. And I'm sure there are a lot of teachers that are ready for the weekend because Tickety Talk has been running amok, honey, and they have been encouraging these kids to do some sort of challenge. And we know TikTok, we see challenges all the time. I mean, TikTok has had a lot of challenges come up. We had, I don't think that derived from TikTok, but the most recent one was this stupid crate challenge. And now, they're getting stupider. But on TikTok, you see a lot of dance challenges. You see a lot of food challenges. Like there's this food challenge with the salmon and the rice and seaweed or whatever. And now you have a challenge that can actually hurt somebody, honey. So we're going to go ahead and play the clip for you guys right now so you can see what we're talking about.
Another slew of TikTok challenges linked to bad and illegal behavior in schools. It's now a warning to educators from the Ohio School Safety Center. There's an October TikTok challenge that prompts students to slap a teacher. In recent weeks, some local school bathrooms were vandalized. Authorities warn there will be serious consequences for students who assault teachers or damage property.
Now your 19 First Alert forecast, certified most accurate since 2004.
Well, that's not nice.
Yeah, no. Wow. That's assault.
It's assault.
Yeah. That's all there is.
Plain and simple.
Right.
Let me tell you something.
A dude didn't even know what to say. He literally can't make this shit up.
Let me tell you something. I wish a mother. And let me tell you something. I don't know what these kids see. It is now. They're brings up a question, Double D. Now, these kids acting the way they're acting and doing the thing they're doing in school, these stupid challenges. You actually gonna smack a teacher? I wish I could find that video where a teacher slapped a student because it's up in his grill, and he smacked that boy so hard you can see the taste fly out of his mouth in the video. So, is it a parenting issue or is it a societal issue?
This is just a society issue with social media being so prevalent in these children. Now we can say, the parents should limit their social media, but at the end of the day, these kids are going to be exposed to whatever they're exposed to in school. I mean, that's the God honest truth. I mean, I remember when I was in school, so I can say that a parent can have a lot of influence over a child, but a lot of times what goes on in school has influence. Now, hopefully these children's parents are smart. Hopefully these children's parents have taught them to be smart enough to not to slap a damn teacher, because I had a teacher in school named Elmo D. Mayfield in room 210. Auntie, let me try to think. I'm finna walk up and slap him, baby. He had a hammer in his desk, and he'll come across your face with that joker if you try to smack him. Are you crazy? No, auntie, no. We had enough common sense not to do no stupid shit like that. But these kids these days are eating Tide Pods. So come on now. I mean, they're not. They're it's just a different generation.
You know, Calvin over on YouTube. Calvin over there on YouTube. Matter of fact, you know, now that he's here, me and Calvin Brown tomorrow night at 8:00. 8:00 Central Standard Time on our Facebook group are having our first debate. Me and Calvin, we're talking about the mandates, the coronavirus mandate. So we're gonna be on that tomorrow. So Calvin said, "Why? I mean, why would you do that? Why are these kids they're just itching for either?" You know, to catch a beat down, or they're eager to, you know, taste the rainbow. What are they? I don't understand what they're doing. You can want to be these school teachers and catch a beat down for real.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the way that they go viral. Like, this is something that will be recorded and to go viral. And we live in a social media age, honey. And these kids are just itching to do something to go viral. And that's one thing that will do it. But hell, messing around with some teachers, I know you'll end up slapped into your grave. You hit one of them. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is completely absurd.
It's absolutely, utterly ridiculous. Let me put a thing up here. I'm not sure what happened to it. Hold on one second. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Okay. That's better. So why don't these kids, I don't understand it. Why don't these kids go viral doing something good, like making the honor roll or giving the homeless?
Do you think kids are gonna go viral for this, that?
I'm just saying that's so then it becomes a society issue, yeah? Because the society is like, well, no, you know, you guys making straight A's and you guys making the honor roll, that stuff is lame. Or like my son say, you know, it's like the homophobic slur, which I won't say on air, but you know, it's like I get so sick, I get so tired of reading and seeing, like, when the crate challenge happened, I'm like, seriously, y'all ain't got nothing else better to do. I mean, I know the pandemic got the whole world jacked, but crates.
Yeah, they were doing it and they were getting hurt. And this is during the time when the hospitals was all filled up, honey. I was like, you gonna fall off that motherfucker and not get any help is what you gonna do. Yes, social media apps like TikTok help make parenting harder. I agree with that 100%, because these kids are doing whatever they think that they can to actually go viral. And what's going to happen is somebody's going to get seriously hurt. I hope nobody actually does that challenge. I haven't heard of anything like that. But also, I'm gonna go you one better, and I'm gonna tell you this, Terry. When you got parents at the school protesting whether you should wear a mask in school to protect yourself, and they're teaching you to defy the rules by telling you, oh, you could, they can't touch you, go on into school anyway. This is shit that they're learning from their parents too. So this can be a parental issue. If you're not teaching your kids to obey the rules, if there's a mask mandate in school and you want to go to school, then you need to be wearing it versus you coming to the school like I've seen, and you telling your kids, oh, well, they have a mask mandate, but they can't touch you. They can't enforce it. So go on in the school. They're not teaching their children the right thing, child. And this is really disgusting to me. Yeah. So, I declare, honey, and I'm not going to feel sorry for any child that end up getting their ass beat for hitting, a teacher.
A grown ass man. I mean, or a woman for that matter. You can I'm telling you, that boy. That one video, I wish I had. I think E. Digger posted it the other day, and it was a TikTok, and they did a remix, and he smacked that boy up to Double D. He smacked that boy so hard you can literally see the taste fly out this kid's mouth, and he was like, but you asked for that.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's just like the segment you're gonna do later. play stupid games. You
Win Super. Exactly, honey. I declare, honey, what a disgrace.
You better not ever. Me and you probably both are probably man and woman of just of a specific age. We didn't do that.
No.
You did that. You made the Board of Education, and you know what I'm talking about. So it wasn't. I don't.
Yeah. Back, you didn't want to slap no teacher back when we were in school in the 80s or 90s or whatever. You didn't want to slap no teacher back then. That wasn't a thing to do. Now you may cuss one out and get ISS or something like that.
Man, ISS, man, that thing was the pits. I tell you.
Oh man, I'm telling you, ISS was lit in our school because we had this guy named Coach Simon that was over, and we had to take it out there in another building, and that was the building with all the candy in it, and he was over it, so he used to let us buy the candy. So it was kind of lit. We was okay with going to ISS for one day, but don't stick us in there for no week though.
Yeah. Well, in my high school, we had a trailer. It was a trailer, and it was out back. We had those seats. We had the little boards where you couldn't look back at somebody else. It was crazy. It won't live because our guy was mean. He was mean. He was mean as fuck. All right, man. What was the next one? What's the next one? What's going on?
All right, this one here, y'all. Although it is a sad situation, it's still like, what the fuck? I literally cannot make this up. So we're going to travel over to Michigan for a second. And, Michigan has had a lot of shit going on. Politically, we got Gretchen Whitmer, who's the governor, who got threatened. And then they sentenced, these people threatened to kill her. And then they sentenced this person I think it was yesterday, to 5 years of probation for threatening to kill and kidnap a actual governor. They sentenced that man to 5 years in probation, honey. So
that sounds to me a lot like the episode of the Boondocks. So you remember the Boondocks?
Yes.
How to kidnap Oprah. They kidnapped Maya Angelou instead. It was Wansler and Remy, and they tried to step, and they didn't get in trouble. They didn't even arrest them. So it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. But
yeah.
A governor though, the way these folks are talking about and the way that society is set up, the hate that's going on, it wouldn't surprise me at all. It really would.
Yeah, they had a whole plot, honey. That was a big deal last year when they did that to Gretchen, and they got the guy gets sentenced to 5 years. Oh, hi, Lisa. Thank you for coming, my love. I'm sorry, y'all. I know we on the podcast, but I just got to say that. Lisa's here. Hi, Courtney. These are my people, y'all. They're coming to support me. Thank God.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing.
I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming. My people are coming to support me, and this makes my heart smile. So I'm so glad. Okay,
you got to hit that before you get started. You got to hit that.
Hey, player. Listen. Thank y'all so much for coming. I appreciate y'all. Okay. So let me get back to it. My people that got me all discombobulated. Let me get myself together. Okay. All right. So in Michigan, we have another messed up situation that went down. So there's this guy. His name is Gregory Jarvis. He's 57 years old. And he's in Michigan. He's in Michigan. And so he goes and he buys a lottery ticket. And he gets this, he gets this lottery ticket. He goes and he checks the numbers. It actually was a jackpot lottery ticket in Michigan. I guess that's like a local, you know how they have their local lottery or whatever. So he won the lottery of $45,000, and he literally thought he was moving on up.
Wait. I'm sorry.
You're not even ready. Come on, man.
I am ready. Yeah, I am. Enough of that, boy. No copyright.
So yeah, he thought he was moving on up, honey child. So he went on down there, scurried on down to the lottery headquarters to cash it in, and they told him that he had to have a social security card, which he didn't have one. So you have to have a social security card for jackpots above $600. So he went. This is the guy. He went and applied for a social security card. It took a little while for it to come back. Well, while he was waiting on it to come back, 2 days after he applied for the social security card, he goes out to a beach after he's been at a bar. And then 2 days after that, y'all, his boss was looking for him. He did not show up to work. They didn't know where he was. So they come back and it was at Caseville, Caseville Beach. So he goes back to Caseville, a resident of that beach goes out there and they see this man floating out there in the damn water and he done drowned. Yes, honey. And they pull him out the water and they check his pockets.
Oh my God.
And he has the winning lottery ticket in his pocket. I fucking hate it here. I'm not lying. I swear it's right here. It's right here in the black and white. Yes, Mr. Gregory Jarvis thought he was moving on up. He goes to a bar. After the bar, he goes out to a private beach and he ends up falling out and hitting his head. Apparently, that's what the autopsy revealed, that he hit his head. He was actually drunk in he was drunk or whatever. And they've determined that there was no foul play. And he died with the lottery ticket in his pocket. I can't make this shit up.
I swear we can. That's okay.
Yeah. So they've determined that they're going to give the winning ticket over to his family members. And they said that his boss actually said he was so super excited about winning the lottery. He had played the lottery every week. He was a very nice guy, and that he will be missed. He went to work every day. He never missed a day from work. Apparently, he was a good guy. But he went out and decided to have him a little drink, so we can blame it on the goose in this situation. And
dog. Come on, man.
That's not what we do around here. That's the reason why I don't play with water. I don't, other than showering, I don't play with water. I don't go out. I ain't going out. My wife took me out on the boat once. Well, twice, actually, and scared me half to death, man. I don't play that. No. Lisa said that $45,000 better pay for that man's funeral.
Exactly.
He gonna pull a Bruno on Mars. He'll leave the door open right there.
Exactly. That is so, I was so sad when I read it. And I was like, I really can't make it funny, but it is something that you just can't make up, because not only did he drown, but he drowned with the winning ticket in his pocket. Something that he had been working, he actually finally won. And I mean, that's just so sad. That is so sad. So rest in peace to Mr. Gregory Jarvis, 57 years old, and in Michigan. Rest in peace to him. Lisa, you so.
She said, "Comic guy." I say it now. He's gonna have a 24 karat funeral. You better burn him. It's $150. Say that money. Listen.
I don't know. I don't know if he had any children or anything, but they said the lottery ticket has been handed over to family. So hopefully they give him a nice, luxurious funeral, because gosh darn it, he deserves it. I tell you.
Okay, let me ask you. Let me ask you this, and let me ask anybody that's watching. That are skin tone. You know what I'm saying? If that was a black family and you gave a black family a $45,000 winning lottery ticket, how quick do you think the fight would start?
As soon as they gave whoever they gave the ticket to, right then. Right then, look, as soon as that ticket was handed off to Uncle Joe Schmo, it was going to be an argument with Auntie Tina and Auntie Faye and Uncle Ruckus and whoever the hell else. That as soon as they hand that ticket off, I answer that. You ain't even got to ask the audience, honey. They're going to be fighting. And it's going to take about 2 weeks for them to be put in the ground after that. It's going to take 2 weeks.
Yeah, that person going to be swelled up all in the funeral home, about to bust open with infection because they get out. Rest in peace, my guy. I hope that nobody else falls in that same situation, man. That's lit. It's not lit, but
it's sad. It's really sad, and we literally cannot make this shit up. So I definitely had to tell that one.
Wait, Lisa said she said if it was my family and I'm white, immediately she said.
Immediately. Look, Lisa, expeditiously.
Yeah, what did Crazy Joe say and lean on me? If you're gonna do it, don't fuck around with it. And Nas said it's gonna be multiple. Nas Gordon said, we're on Mars.
I can't, y'all.
So the irony, Curtis.
I hate it here. I really do. I hate it for that man. It's not funny. Y'all stop laughing. That's supposed to be that's not funny. This poor man. Rest in peace to Gregory Jarvis out in Michigan. I'm wishing peace and that surpasses all understanding to his family as they cope during this trying time.
And when you're passing out peace, pass out some common sense because I hate get away from the water. Stay off over there.
I know.
On the Powerball. What was the Powerball, Court? What was the Powerball?
It was $699 million. Somebody won. There was only one ticket that was sold, huh? Is that the one you talking about from the other day, Courtney?
$699 million. You know how many cheeseburgers I can buy with that? You know how many? I'm just saying. I'm a Pepsi drinker. You know how many cases of Pepsi I can buy with that? Come on, man. I ain't this big for nothing.
Is you gonna let me have some money if you win? If you want to see, look, if you had won $699 million, how much you gonna let me get? Just be honest, because you got
because it's you. I give you 1 1/4. You good?
You gonna get okay? I was just about to say because
you good on that.
She said, I seriously got one sister suing one brother. Now I ain't playing. They pulling some white people shit. Shake your mind.
Oh, please define white people shit because I don't.
They must be arguing over stocks and bonds. That must be what it is.
Yeah, they arguing.
They arguing over who gonna get the stocks and bonds.
Nah, they fighting over that shit.
Exactly. They fighting over the generational wealth.
Yes,
at this point.
Said his family wouldn't fight. My mama is over my estate if I had one. Oh,
oh, Courtney. Oh, they fighting over daddy's money. Now that'll happen. It's all gonna get dissolved in an estate sale. Don't worry about it. You'll handle that. Y'all will handle that, Lisa. It's gonna be okay. I declare. So you want to go over here to this next story?
Let's go on over there. Let's go over there.
Okay, so we're gonna go to this one here that I have out of Melbourne, Australia. Mm-mm. And this is a hot boo boo shitty mess as well.
There you go.
Any parent will tell you that trying to get your kids to keep their room in a tip-top shape is very challenging. So 51-year-old Sue grew very frustrated with her son, Lawrence, and his filthy bedroom. So she decided to have fun of her own.
Oh, no.
Following a little bit of encouragement from her sister, she decided to enlist the help of Uncle Ben to convince her 22-year-old son to clean his room. So she resorted to doing this. And she tried to just shut the door so she couldn't see it anymore. So that didn't work because the smell started seeping out of the room.
Oh,
so it was just that nasty. So what she decided to do was pick up some black grains and some black grains and some brown, red, and wild rice melody packet and dump it all over her son's room. And that way he would think that his room was so unclean that it was mice poop.
clever the mother is. That is pretty good. There's so much to unpack in that story. Okay, let's start with the fact this man 22. That's the first thing. Let's unpack that first. Okay, he's 22 years old. He's still living with his mama. Second thing, you 22 years old and you ain't washed your ass or your room yet, buddy. Yeah, that's another. We got to unpack that. That's something wrong.
So let's start with the fact that he's still 22 years old, living at home with his mama. Okay, that look, what I plan to do is not, okay, yeah, it's the smell for me, Courtney. I can't wait to get to that part. Okay, so I don't really have an issue with the 22-year-old child living at a 22-year-old adult living at home. Let me explain to you why. This is something that we go through in the Black community a lot. And just going to speak from the perspective of the Black community, that we like to put our children out before our kids out or adults out before they are ready, instead of helping them in some sort of way, establishing themselves before we do that. Right. Now, with that being said, he also needs to clean up and take care of himself. Ain't no way your 22-year-old ass should be having your mother tell you to wash up and clean up your room to the point to where she got to put fake poop down for you to actually clean it up. So I just don't believe in kicking him out too soon. I understand why he still lives at home, but at the end of the day, he ain't keeping his stuff clean, so he need to get the hell on out.
Courtney so official said, "Nah, that's some nasty shit. You know damn well he ain't getting no nana." I said what I said.
Argue with your mama, not me.
And now I said the mic shit is probably an upgrade at this point.
Exactly. She said she.
I want to speak on something real quick. That's something that you said about parents, Black parents will kick our kids out before they are ready. To a degree, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can flow with that. But why is it that these white kids, the white kids ain't ready either when they get kicked out, but they still, I don't know. Are we not preparing our kids? Is that what that is? And so when it's time for them to go, I mean, 22, you consider grown. I mean, you should have been out of the house at 18, you know what I mean? But are we not preparing our children? Is that what?
I don't agree that a 22-year-old is out to prepared to be on their own. And this is why they're probably still in college. So usually, you graduate around 21 or 22, depending on how many times you changed your major or whatever the hell you had going on. I graduated from college at 22. So I could just say that, you may still be in college. You may still need the help from your parents. And also in the white community, they will allow their children to live with them when they get their very first job, so they can save their money to not go and rent a place, so they can go and buy a place. Save your money up so you can go and buy a home instead of going to go rent a home. You know what I'm saying? In the Black community, we just push our kids out. I'm not saying everybody, so let me stop generalizing it. I'm just saying most Black people, we will kick our children out, expect them to be on their own. When they're 18, they got to go and get jobs when they really, should be focusing on school. They got to go and face this real world, when I don't feel like at 22 years old, you're quite ready. You still need the guidance of your parents. At least some children do. So, I mean, people do. So I just think that we should be setting our children up for success. And a way to do that is to allow them to graduate from college or trade school or whatever it is, work, and then save their money, get their home and their car, and then, let them go out in the world. You can teach them responsibility by possibly giving them one bill in your house that they have to pay, that they're responsible for. Okay, you got to pay this. This is your responsibility, but don't make them pay everything, so they can still save their money up so they can get out of the house.
Right. Yeah. Let's stop letting our kids 22, or 24 or 25 still living at the house, drinking, putting their name on the orange juice in the fridge, and still want to stay up all night and play Fortnite. Listen, dude, let's stop doing that. Okay, let's prepare our children. It's crazy. Latrice came in. Okay, so look back. Courtney or So Official said every other demographic don't move out into a marriage, and then some live in the same houses with their families. If there are well-to-do, they don't mind. They just put you down at the house at the other end of the field. They cool with that. You know what I'm saying? She's all late and stuff. How you doing?
Hey, sweetie.
25 is the ideal age, in my opinion. And I agree with you, Courtney. 25 is an ideal age. Most people don't mature until after 25. Except for women, they mature a lot faster than that, I think. And Calvin said, mostly because of our living conditions are not the greatest, so moving out is the best option. Moving out and throwing out are two different things, I think. And when you're pushing people out at 18, 19, because the law says you got to be out of my house at 18, that's a little deep, and I went through that. My parents put me out at 18 because of a lot of things, because I was first of all, I was unruly and all that good stuff. I didn't want to do what I had to do, and my mom was like, nope, do it or whatever. If you're gonna not do what I asked you to do here, if you're not going to pay, like Double D said a little while ago, pay a bill, because she gave me the satellite. At the time we had satellite and we thought it was Big Willie. I'm gonna give you the satellite bill. Satellite bill $25. That's how I go. That's how it goes to show you how old I am. Satellite bill $25. And she said, I had a little job washing dishes, and so at a grocery store, and she was like, "This is your bill." I didn't want to pay it because I saw a Duke hat that I wanted, and I paid for my hat, and she got mad about that. She's like, "Look, if you're not going to do what you're supposed to do, you can get on out my house." And she meant every syllable. I miss today, but she pushed me out a little bit too early. So I agree with your point, what you said earlier. She says he paid the water bill when we got to pay a bill. Calvin said 21. See ya. You're out of my.
You gotta go. Huh? Yes, women do mature a lot faster than men.
Yes,
I moved out of my mother's house by my own fruition, but my mother, she actually set me up where I had, furniture. I had a whole house full of furniture, and I only moved out because I took care of my nephew while my brother was in Iraq. So I moved out to have my own space to be able to do that and get him to a better school and such. So I moved out then, but it wasn't because I was forced out. But, anyway, yeah.
That's cool. Now, before you get into, I don't know how many more stories you got before you get to your Pacific games.
Okay, we're going to do Sage, right?
Right.
That's the serious story of the night, Sage. Unless you wanted to do the ninja, we can do that if you want. But no, I want to do Sage. Okay. So
this is the clip you sent me. I think it's a little short, but I think this
wait, don't play it yet. Let me introduce it first.
Oh, go ahead. Right.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get him together, y'all, because he
I am so tired. Go ahead. I am so
okay. So as you guys know, ESPN, I'm sure everybody is familiar with Sage Steele. She's host.
Yeah.
I can't. Okay, she hosts a segment at 12 o'clock on Sports Center for ESPN. And so on September 13th, she went on a podcast called Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler.
She went on Jay Cutler's podcast. Are you familiar with that podcast? Because I'm not. Is that a sports podcast?
That's a sport. Well, Jay Cutler was a quarterback for the Chicago Bears some years ago.
Okay.
So I guess he sucked their quarterback, and so I guess he got a podcast.
Oh, okay. So she went on to his podcast, and she has some very interesting things to say about the vaccine. And let's play that clip first.
Yeah, I got you right here. I guess I do.
Yep. What's the Band-Aid for?
Well, I got my shot today. So the fact that I get to be on Jay Cutler's Uncut podcast today, like this is such a momentous day in my life. Where you don't even know what's in here because I'm so mad. Listen,
September 13th. I mean, you took it a long way.
So Miss Sage is on.
And then she goes on to say that the vaccine is sick. She goes on to say that the vaccine mandate that her job, apparently ESPN has a vaccine mandate that they had to get vaccinated by September 30th. So she goes on to say that the vaccine mandate is sick. So after she does that, she has some more stuff to say, which I forgot to send you that clip, but I'll just explain what happened. She said some things about President Barack Obama. So during this, she says that President Barack Obama is, she was talking about the census, and she says that if she did fill out her census, the person suggests to her that she had to select that she's Black. So she says, well, why do I have to select that I'm black? And then the person says, oh, well, President Barack Obama, he selects that he's black. And then she says, oh, well, I don't understand why that's the president. He can select whatever he wants, but I don't have to do that. I don't understand why he selects that he's black when his white mother and his white grandmother raised him and his black father was not around. So I don't understand why he selects black, but I don't have to follow what he does. That's what Sage did. And she's been sus for quite a while. So she's got a problem with her blackness. And I would like for you to roll it.
Roll what?
I got a clip. I can't believe you. Where's my Bernie Mac at?
Was that opening clip. That was the only thing I got.
You ain't get my Bernie Mac clip. Oh, man, that would have been funny. Okay, well, anyway, go on. So I really want to know what you think about that, Terry.
Oh. Come on, man.
I'll do better next week, I promise.
So what you think about that, Terry, about her having a problem with her blackness, about her?
You know what? I'm going to say this first. I think I used to have the biggest crush on Sage Steele. Because I thought she was pretty. You know, I had a big old crush on her. But her having a problem with her blackness is not unusual. I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was like that though. To when she talked about Barack Obama and you know, because his daddy was absent and he should identify with being white. There's something about his grandma or whatever. I'm like, huh? But it doesn't surprise me with Sage. She should have got suspended. I hope they terminate her because that's just, you know, stop being a colorist. You know, like don't do that. You know?
She got suspended for a week. They actually suspended her for a week, but I don't know if it was suspended for a week because now she has COVID. You know, so she's.
Wait, come on now. Don't. Okay. Wait. Didn't she say in that clip that she got the vaccine on the 13th of September?
She got the vaccine on the 13th of September. Now, I don't know if that's the first or the second dose, but she did get the vaccine on the 13th of September, and they're reporting that she has mild symptoms. So the vaccine actually probably helped her. So she's got a week suspension, and they also said that she cannot host the women's summit that they have. They're having it on the October the 18th through the 20th. Yes. So they're saying that Sage will not be hosting that. They pulled her from that. But honestly, are you punishing her because she had something negative to say about ESPN and their vaccine mandate, or are you punishing her because she said something about Barack Obama in a negative way and being colorist, or is it a combination of both?
I think it's a combination of both. If you had to ask me, I think it's a combination. She should just, you know, whatever you feel is what you feel. You know, we had this. It's a constant debate on TikTok and Instagram and wherever that people have the First Amendment right to say that. Okay, you have the First Amendment right to say whatever, but you're not free from the consequences of what you say. You can spout off all you want to. That's fine. People have died and fought wars for you to be able to do that. However, be careful and not catch these hands after you say something stupid. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with that. I think she opened up her mouth and like Courtney said, Courtney So Official said, I bet she'll get a vaccine if she contracting the STI. You better believe that. Let her catch herpes.
Absolutely.
She's trying to get everything.
She has been very problematic for a while, Sage. I don't know who she is. I don't watch ESPN. I'm sure my husband knows who she is, but I don't know.
Sage,
I don't watch ESPN. I don't watch sports. I don't give a care about that. But I mean, it's cool. I have watched a couple when Jamil Hill was there. Is that her name?
Jamil Hill.
Yeah, I have watched a couple just because I liked her. So, but Sage, I don't know. She's been working there for 15 years, and I don't know her.
Wow. Sage, you would know her immediately. She looks like a tobacco-skinned asparagus. That's how she looks. You know how tobacco's brown? It's got that. You know that's that's her. Latrice said, "Ew, it's sweet karma." She said, she's trying to be the next Candace Owens." You know what? I hope. Oh my God, we don't need no more Candace Owens. We got enough with her. Well, after she get broke, she got a lawsuit pending, don't she?
Yeah, she does. She does, but it's not going to go anywhere. I wish it would.
But you
But
said both. And Courtney said, "Damn, they snatched the rug from underneath her feet." That, I mean, she did that herself. She set herself up. It's just like old boy Paul Pierce, same thing. You know, on air and do stuff like that, man. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. She definitely deserved the punishment that she got. I don't understand. It's like it came out of left field too when she said that. And I feel like, because I watched the clip, I feel like when she said it, she was squishing her butt cheeks together because she was like, oh yeah, I really done fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I'll definitely be watching to see what happens if she comes back or what happens when she comes back. I mean, obviously she feels she has nowhere to go because she didn't want to get the vaccine, but she got the vaccine because she was going to lose her job if she didn't. So obviously she knows that she needs to. So we'll definitely be watching.
Oh, Sage, I got to hit you with the little baby.
Do it.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Come on, man. I don't get it. Courtney said, he says, I think she wants to assimilate so badly. You know what?
Yeah, she let on air. She let this guy, I can't remember who he was, but she let this guy touch her hair. Like he's like,
oh yeah,
I just want to touch your hair. Oh, and this is real. Then after he touched it, she's just laughing, and then after he touches it, she goes, she's laughing. He goes, it's soft. This is real hair, you guys. I tell you, as if her hair wasn't gonna be real.
Going with it, yeah. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. You know what? I just. Let me woosah because that. Hey, but Sage, this is for you, Sage. If you can hear me, Sage, are you gonna do any shows this week with ESPN? Are you ready to do any shows?
Hello, gentlemen, lady. How's everybody doing this evening?
We doing fine, champ. You ready for next week?
Ready? Yeah. I'm ready.
So I can see Sage. I can see Sage saying, "You ready to get ready?" Yeah.
I cannot. You make me sick.
Right, and one more because I love Sage so much, and I can't believe she did this. But I can see her right now on the phone with ESPN.
And you got to step out back. Hey, it was just a misunderstanding.
No, it ain't. It ain't no misunderstanding. Quick just accused me of stealing. And if you're going to take up for Quick in here, we can all be some fighting motherfuckers in here this evening.
So I can hear Sage right now.
Bring it on. Come on. Bring your ass.
We are at the
oh God. Look, I gotta bow to you. That was perfect. That was perfection. That was perfection, friend. I love it here. I love it.
So we're at the part of the show with Miss Double D. Does her section called?
It's time for a riveting episode of Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes.
Oh boy.
Where's my we're back and paddling and pussy popping because you didn't give me my clapping sound. I'm doing it again. It's time for another riveting episode of Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes.
Let's get it.
Ooh, child. So if we go do now, if we're gonna play stupid games, win stupid prizes, we cannot go anywhere but Texas. Okay, This week is Texas. Last week it was Florida. This week is Texas, honey. And I'm telling you, this guy right here, this is a hot boo boo shit mess. So this is Mr. on the screen here. This is Mr. Perez. And back in April of 2020, Mr. Perez decided to post on Facebook twice that he paid someone with COVID to lick grocery store items in an attempt to get people out of the stores. Oh, yes, honey. Mr. Christopher Charles Perez did that shit. Well, after he posted this on social media, it got to the hands of the FBI because, like you guys think that they're tracking you with the vaccine. They're not tracking you with the vaccine. They're tracking you with these cellular devices and all of this social media that you're on. That's what they're tracking you with. So they promptly found his ass the next day after he posted this, and they arrested him. And he has been sentenced. Wait, hold on. He was sentenced to 15 months in prison for 2 counts of false information and hoaxes related to biological weapons. Oh, yes, 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 honey. Biological weapons. So he gets 15 months in the feds for playing stupid games, and he won the stupid prize. So while y'all out here doing all this fuck shit, make sure you think of Mr. Christopher Perez, who decided to put on Facebook that he had somebody with COVID that was going to go in and lick grocery store items to get people to get out of the store. And come to find out he had nobody. They arrested his ass, and he's going to get 15 months in the feds. He's going to feds. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I said what I said. Argue with your mama, not me.
Let me see if I can kind of put that into perspective.
Mm-hmm.
This young man went on Facebook, did a post, and said, I have other people licking grocery store items with COVID to get people out of the grocery store. I'm trying to make sense of it. Like, what? Who?
April of 2020, and you know that was when everybody was scared of COVID, and they was actually he did this in April of 2020, and the Justice Department got a hold of that ass. Somebody turned him in to the FBI, and they arrested him the very next day after he posted this. This was the FBI San Antonio Division Special Agent in charge. Christopher Combs was the one that did the arrest. Put that picture back up on the screen so they can look at him again.
Yeah. Now, which one?
So they can get.
Is he the one in the black shirt, or he's the one?
He's the one. Oh shit! Well, you can't see him. Sorry, y'all. Never mind. Take it off. I haven't. I downloaded the wrong picture.
I'm fooling with you.
I cannot make this shit up, y'all. I'm sorry.
You've been jumping my ass all night long, and here you go, give me this picture with this dude got his back to the camera. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So he's been arrested, y'all, and now he's been sentenced. This reminds me when people were licking Bluebell ice cream.
I mean, you know, I get it. I get it. I get a hankering for butter pecan ice cream too, but I'm gonna go ahead and buy it though. I'm not gonna, walk to the grocery store. Can you imagine like the mental capacity it takes to go into the grocery store, open up a deep freezer, peel off the ceiling wrapper, and lick the top of the ice cream and then put it back? What level of mental health are you on for you to do that?
You must be forgetting about the fact that Bluebell don't even have a seal. So you can just peel that right. No, they only have the seal on the little pints of ice cream. They don't have seals on the 5 gallons. I just bought one today. Don't make me go in there and get it. Even after people was doing that, Bluebell was so messed up to not even put seals on their big ice creams. They was wrong for that. Low down and dirty in the mess up. I just can't. So you can just go in right now if you want to. And then I remember when that happened, Courtney. They actually, they actually, right after that, they premiered their Christmas cookie ice cream. After that happened, and I couldn't even eat it. I was like, man, I can't buy that. I mean, somebody might have licked it. I be expecting the hell out of that ice cream though. Whenever I buy,
it's kind of easy to find too. I mean, because if you pull the top off of it. If you see a smooth groove in that ice cream, don't buy that.
Don't buy that. Don't mess with it if it's been tampered with it.
The kids eating it. Oh my
God. Yep.
The same kids that eat the Tide Pods.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But before we get out of here, I know California, I heard today, was the first state to pass a mandate for the kids in school, K through 12. Did you hear that? And I'm interested on your take on that. What do you think about it?
Well, I don't know. Did it exactly pass? Because I thought he had to wait for it to be the FDA approval. Did they get that yet?
Yeah, I think they got the mandate because I was watching TikTok. You know how TikTok is. TikTok is the Google now. Everybody had.
Well, I feel like it's necessary. I feel like we definitely need to do that. I think California is basically being a trailblazer regarding COVID, and also being a trailblazer in the way that they are handling the funds that they receive from the COVID, the American Rescue Plan. I feel like they're being trailblazers. I feel like that's necessary. I feel like the teachers should have to get vaccinated. I feel like the children should have to get vaccinated. All states should pass it. Absolutely. So I'm in agreement with it. We've had enough time to do the studies, the trials, the clinical trials, the results from those clinical trials are in.
Yep.
And I feel like 100%, let's get her done.
Yeah, that's what Latricia said. All states should pass it. I mean, we have to if you're an adult, that's kind of I don't know if Calvin is still in here, but that's a debate that me and him going to have tomorrow. I mean, we're talking about NX and stuff because it's like, our babies. Why wouldn't you want to protect them? You know what I'm saying? I listen to I see some stuff you posted on TikTok where these people are absolute lunatics and they go to the school boards and they have this meeting. They talk about, oh, I saw one video. I think it was something that you posted, and it was one lunatic was in there with the school board talking about, I just want my teachers to see my baby smile. Get out of here. Get out of here. Who cares? All babies are beautiful in God's eyes. Yours may not be. But everybody, but
I'm gonna get your butt. Now that wasn't right. I don't think that.
I heard that I did hear and see a video or a couple of videos that California was the first state to pass mandates for K through 12.
Yeah, I know that they were talking about it because I made a TikTok about it last week, and Gavin Newsom said that he would definitely sign it, and he definitely want that, but it has to be FDA approved. Now, I don't know it may have happened today. I was intrigued by this shit show that was going on in Texas at the Arlington school with this little young boy that actually decided to do to shoot the damn school up because he lost a fight. I don't know if you saw that. Timothy. What was his last name? Simpkins?
Simpkins.
Yeah, Simpkins. He actually got into a fight at school. Apparently, the kid robbed him or something, or they robbed each other or something to that effect.
He got
and he got beat up, and he decided to shoot up the school and injured about 4 people. And it really pissed me off because we talked about this the other night. A couple of episodes ago, we talked about this with. Now we can't say that there's a difference between black and white crime because I'm pretty sure when everybody saw that school was shot up, they thought it was going to be a white person.
Yep.
And he turned out to be black. This shit, the tide is changing, honey. It's moving. What's that say?
And it's, I remember the days when I was coming up to school, man, and you got into a fight, either you won or you lost. And you caught that L and you moved on. But now we're in a society now to where catching an L is such a bad thing. And we retaliate when we catch an L. Man, catch the L and move on because you don't know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? If you got mollywop, you got mollywop for a reason. That is. Or you need to go to take some boxing lessons or whatever you need to do. I mean, but if you catch that L, catch it and move on. You know what I mean? Catch the lesson in it too. While you're going. Courtney says, going back to the kids, and you said some of these people are willing to sacrifice their kids' lives for the sake of an agenda of false equivalency or narrative. And that's the thing. With all this misinformation being floating around on the internet, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and these parents are telling their kids, like Double D said earlier in the show, they're telling their kids, well, you ain't listen to the rules, you ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no law. It ain't mandated. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But it's funny that I've seen so many stories of kids doing that, adults doing that, or adults doing it to kids, and these adults get sick and they die. And then next thing you know, there's a RIP on their Facebook page because you listen to some misinformation. Let me tell you something. This whole thing with this ivermectin crap that's not FDA approved. I watched this video of this woman who I used to run with back about 3 years ago. And she was like, yeah, you need to take ivermectin. It is FDA approved just for horses, baby, not for humans.
Exactly.
I don't get it. Like how you ivermectin for no. And I saw one video today and it was supposed to be funny. I guess it was lighthearted. And it was this guy and a lot of people were duetting this video. And it was this guy and he took this, he said he wanted to grow his hair back. You seen that video? Everybody doing it. And he wanted to grow his hair back. And so he went outside and got COVID and they gave him a ivermectin, and he took it, with the thing, and he came back, and it was a funny video of him time lapsing his hair growth from day 2 to day 5. It's hilarious, and I get the lightheartedness, but this is serious because people were looking at that going, because ivermectin is brown. That's all it takes for some of these people. Just the simple. Oh, ivermectin is brown. That's what he's saying. He's like, I take ivermectin, and I can get better and grow hair at the same time. And see, there are some people that are just that silly, even if they know this is satirical and this is a joke, and people will still try to flow with it. It's crazy. It's crazy that kids are taught to be so sensitive. No, kids are that too, but I think kids are taught to be listen to their parents, and then because their parents are beating this into them about the mask. Like my daughter, Zariah, her school is mask mandated. She has to wear a mask anywhere in her school and on the bus. Now she don't like that. Excuse me, but it's hot here in Missouri. You know what I'm saying? She don't like that thing. But it's for her safety, and she understands it, and so she can't wait to get off that bus. And she takes it off and does all that.
And I guarantee you that, like here in Louisiana, we have mask mandates in schools, and we don't see, this mass infections in thousands and thousands of children. Like Mississippi had 50,000 children and students were infected all at the same time. We don't see stuff like that because masks do work. If they're worn correctly, they do work. Now, of course, they're not 100% effective, but they do work. So I just don't understand. One lady took it and got COVID-19 in the hospital. One let her be in.
She took Latrice, she took ivermectin. I can see that, but I keep telling people that these insurance companies they finna stop playing with y'all. And
they already did.
You think your premiums are high now? You just wait and stay unvaccinated and see how fast your insurance premiums go up. I was reading somewhere, some state has the insurance companies have said if you you have an insurance policy, and if your spouse is unvaccinated, it's an extra $200 for that spouse.
You've been watching my TikTok. That's Louisiana.
I got them somewhere. I'm watching some stuff. Of course, I disagree. Some of these kids have adopted the ideologies. I never could say that word, of these parents to please or gain approval. You know what?
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I can agree with that because a lot of kids are doing the things that, of course, they're going to do the things that their parents tell them to do. If their parents are being defiant, they're going to be defiant. They're going to follow in that lead. So I just, I think it's ridiculous. I really do. However, Gen Z is going to save us. They aren't down for the bullshit that we've been subjected to by our government. I can agree with that, Courtney. 100%.
I hope Gen Z gets this critical race theory in schools too. Save us. That's the only way they're gonna save us, because they have to know where this stuff starts and how they can change things and become better allies and all of that good stuff. So I'm with you on that. But I want to thank you guys for joining us on You Can't Make This Shit Up with me and Double D. I always do it wrong.
Hi.
This audio version of this podcast will be available on Friday morning. So make sure that you go to all your favorite podcast platforms. Subscribe, download, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. We appreciate you. One last comment before we go. Latrice said they have family and friends dying. It's crazy. With this stuff, I had lost a friend of mine who just got married last year. Just got married.
Wow.
Next thing you know, she caught COVID, and she was on a vent 2 days later, and she was gone a day later. I mean,
wow.
It's crazy. Get vaccinated if you can. That's just my opinion. But thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget to visit if you're on YouTube, go to the bottom right-hand corner, click podpage.com. You can go right to the episode and the podcast page. So we're going to
like this video. Make sure you guys like this video and tell them to download the WLEO. Do that.
We appreciate you, man. It's going to get better once we get streamlined. Once I get my stuff together. Miss Double D had me sending me pictures with the guy backwards and all that. So it's me though. It's me. It's my time. It's me though. All right. So we guys have a great night. We'll see you guys next week, man.
Thank you for listening to You Can't Make This Shit Up. Come back and see us next week to hear about more people playing stupid games, winning stupid prizes. See y'all next time.